You know, some people say it's the toy that changed the world. Just a simple plastic brick that somehow sparked a global revolution in how we play. Today, we're going to build the story of that revolution, piece by piece. So let's dive into the incredible 75-year journey of LEGO. So where does it all begin? Well, it all starts with two simple Danish words, leg godt. It means play well. Now, this wasn't just some clever name they came up with. Nope, this was a promise, a core philosophy that would guide every single thing they did for decades. It's the absolute foundation of the entire LEGO story.
So that philosophy, play well, where did it even come from? Well, our story doesn't start in some high-tech, modern design lab. It begins in a humble carpenter's workshop back in 1930s Denmark with a founder named Ole Kirk Christiansen.
Now, this timeline, it looks simple, but what it really shows is an incredible risk. Think about it. The company started out in 1932 making these beautiful, high-quality wooden toys. They had mastered it. But by 1949, they took this huge leap of faith into the totally unproven world of plastic with these automatic binding bricks. And then, 1958. That was the year they got the patent that would change absolutely everything. Okay, so that 1958 patent was the whole ballgame. Why? Because it solved this massive problem. See, the original brick was hollow, so the connection was pretty weak. But the new design, with the studs on top and tubes inside, that created what designers call clutch power. You know that satisfying click when you snap two bricks together? That's it. That one little innovation created the whole system of play, and it meant a brick from 1958 connects perfectly with one made today. Just like that, infinite compatibility was born.
So with the perfect brick in hand, LEGO just exploded globally, all through the 60s and 70s. Kids were building these amazing towns and spaceships, but their creations were missing something huge: life. They were like these incredible ghost towns just waiting for someone to move in.
Which, of course, leads to the big question the company had to answer. I mean, you've given kids all the tools to build an entire world, but how do you help them actually populate it? How do you bring a LEGO city to life? The answer, it turns out, came from really digging into how kids actually play. They found this internal memo from 1969 that pointed out that kids, and especially girls, were craving toys that let them create stories and role-play. They didn't just want to build buildings, they wanted to build human situations. So after years of research and fiddling with designs, the answer finally arrived in one single pivotal year, 1978. This was the year the iconic LEGO minifigure was born. That little smiling, yellow-headed character that was about to move into millions and millions of imaginary worlds. And let me tell you, the minifigure was so much more than just a tiny plastic person. It was a key that unlocked entire universes of play. Suddenly, you weren't just building a castle, you were defending it with knights. You weren't just building a spaceship, you were exploring the galaxy with astronauts. It was a complete revolution in storytelling.
But you know how these stories go. Even the greatest empires can falter. After decades of just unstoppable growth, the LEGO story takes a really dramatic and kind of dark turn. By the late 90s, this beloved company found itself in some serious trouble.
The first real warning shot was fired in 1998. For the first time in its entire history, the company posted a financial loss. Can you believe that? After decades of being this untouchable success story, the magic was starting to fade. LEGO was losing its way. And things went downhill fast. They had expanded into way too many different things, and they'd lost focus on the most important thing, the brick. By 2003, the unthinkable was happening. LEGO was on the verge of complete collapse. But then, right when things seemed their absolute darkest, a new hope emerged. And yes, it quite literally came from a galaxy far, far away. Back in 1999, LEGO made a huge bet that would completely change its destiny. For the first time ever, it partnered with an external story, Star Wars. And the LEGO Star Wars line, well, it was a phenomenal success. It brought nostalgic fans back to the brick and grabbed a whole new generation. Look, that Star Wars partnership didn't just save the company. It launched it into a whole new stratosphere. This was the beginning of the blockbuster era, where LEGO transformed from just a beloved toy maker into a global entertainment powerhouse. I mean, the scale of this turnaround is just staggering. This chart tells the whole story. You go from the brink of bankruptcy in the early 2000s to a full recovery to becoming the world's largest toy company by 2015. It is, without a doubt, one of the greatest comeback stories in business history, period. But they didn't stop there. Oh no. After conquering the toy box, they set their sights on the box office. The company made this audacious leap, right from the playroom floor straight to the silver screen. And in 2014, the Lego Movie did what everyone thought was impossible. It wasn't just a 2-hour toy commercial. No way. It was witty, it was heartwarming, it was a critically acclaimed blockbuster. And that theme song, Everything is Awesome, it just perfectly captured the spirit of creativity the brand had stood for all along.
So, the LEGO brand today is this whole multimedia universe. It's so much bigger than the original brick. We're talking movies, video games, theme parks, and maybe most importantly, a massive and incredibly passionate global fan community, the adult fans of LEGO, or AFOLs.
And if you want to understand the brand's modern ambition, just look at this number, 10,001. That's the piece count for a single set, the 2022 Eiffel Tower. That is a clear signal of their commitment to the adult fan market, a community that is hungry for complex, sophisticated, and truly epic builds.
But you know, what makes LEGO so unique today is that its relationship with its fans is a genuine two-way street. Through the LEGO Ideas platform, fans can submit their own designs, and the community votes on them. The winners, they become real official LEGO sets you can buy in a store. It's this remarkable collaboration between a giant company and its most passionate customers.
Which kind of brings us full circle, doesn't it? From a simple wooden duck to a cinematic universe. From play well to everything is awesome. The story of LEGO has been one of innovation, crisis, and creativity. So after more than 75 years of history, there's really only one question left to ask. What story will you build?